Good morning, guys. I am in the Jeep and I'm just checking out of the hotel. It's like 9:30. I slept in and I feel amazing. So I'm gonna head over to the convention center. I did contact the folks at Las Vegas Jeep Rentals, and apparently they were all out of Jeeps with 35s, and this Jeep is the newest one in their fleet. They have a couple new ones and they have not had the chance to upfit it yet. So that's not great for me. I was hoping to go do Rocky Gap Road, which I think is like a 5. And I was again looking at the I started looking at the contract, and it says no off-roading. Now they advertise this thing like from the strip to the trail, take it wherever you want. But then I also was reading and said you can't take it off public road. Rocky Gap Road is a public road. So maybe I'm good there. So what I'm going to do anyways is go to the convention center, and I got a few things I got to do real quick on our SEMA Jeep. I want to make sure in the daylight, because we kind of finished in the dark, that it looks good. It's wiped down. I'm going to pull the half windows out. I'm going to stick up our little display board that we have. And then I'm going to head up there. I need to get some snacks and water. I got water. And if it's too hard for us to wheel in this Jeep, that's fine. I hear the views are great. It'll be cool to go up there and see everything. So I'm just going to film it all, and you guys are along for the ride. All right, somehow I made it to the blue lot. I was able to drive in here. Yep. So now I got to do some detailing, wiping down on the Jeep, set a few things up, and then we're out of here. All right, I've got our display thing just kind of chilling on the ground because it's so windy today. Tomorrow that'll be on an easel, but we've got the windows out, we got her wiped down, it's looking nice and shiny, and we're gonna finish up here and go ride. All right, I just went through the like visitor center check gate or whatever. It was $22 to get in. They prefer you use a card. I don't think I'm gonna have service, but I text Nicole where I'm gonna be. So let me tell you this, I am in a Jeep. Right now I'm on paved roads, nothing to worry about. I don't have any recovery gear, I don't have a winch. This is not a Rubicon, doesn't have lockers. So I have got to play it by the rules today. Now I brought extra water and some snacks. I don't plan to get into anything that's gonna mess up this rental Jeep or put me in a precarious situation. So if Rocky Gap Road is too difficult, or I think it's going to damage the vehicle, or I think there's a chance that I might get stuck or whatever, then I'll either have to bail or take a bypass or whatever. But I'll tell you this, even if I don't get to get the badge or wheel Rocky Gap Road, the views already, just being out of Vegas, I mean, it's only 30 minutes outside of Vegas, the views out here are incredible. We've already climbed up to about 4,500 feet of elevation, so I'm gonna keep watching that. I think that's gonna just keep going up as we go, so let's see. All right, I'm on Rocky Gap Road, and I lost signal, so I'm not quite sure, like, where I am necessarily. It doesn't seem to be too hard. As I'm saying this, I'm going through a pretty bad washout. And another thing I was worried about was the trails. Sorry, I picked up a stick. That was in my mouth. Was the trails being too tight and pinstriping this Jeep. So far the trails have not been too tight. And I've seen some pretty stock. I saw a stock Bronco, stock 4Runner come through here, so I think I'm okay. The tires were all at 40 psi, so I aired them down to 32. I'd like to air them down to about 20, but they're just highway tires, and I don't want to have to air them up later. But it'll keep the light off if I just put it at 32, and it made a huge difference. I wish this was a Rubicon and I had lockers and I could electronic disconnect, but dude, this is awesome views. Let me show you this. All right, this is looking pretty difficult for a stock Jeep, but we're gonna try it. far so good. Oh, I think we got it. I think we got it. You know, I just haven't wheeled on highway tires in about 15 years. There goes the steering. So I don't know what these things can do. I mean, the worst I drove it on some 33-inch all-terrains in Moab, and they did pretty good. But this ain't Moab, and these ain't all-terrains. They're Nexen HTXs, which is like a slightly more aggressive than a highway tire. Yeah, I'm gonna stop and potty break right there. Okay, so I've got about 20 minutes before I'm gonna start worrying. Let me tell you why. I don't have any cell service, so I don't know how far I am down this road. I can tell you with certain that I am still on Rocky Gap Road, and the going's good. I passed some hikers. I just passed a couple Jeepers. They had their windows up, so I'd have a chance to ask them, you know, where am I? How far am I from the main road? I did some research on this area before coming out, and I know that what I'm on is a loop. It's not a dead end. So I know it puts me on the other side of the mountain, and I don't know how far away that is. So once it gets to 2 o'clock, I'll have 3 hours before I have to turn this in. And I gotta put gas in it, and I gotta take it through the car wash. So I wanna make sure that I'm back in Vegas by like 4:30-ish, right? So that'll give me like 2.5 hours, 20 minutes from now. So I'm just gonna keep trudging forward for the next 2 hours. I know if I turn around and just stick with what I just did, that I can get out probably exactly in that amount of time. But what I'm hoping is this road turns into a paved road here maybe in the next 15-20 minutes, and that I'm able to just take that and see a different scenic look as I go back down into Vegas. All right, I'm getting out to walk because it's looking a little bit rocky through here, and I don't want to scrape this thing. So far I've really babied it, and it's looking just fine. Like I just got it. I don't know if I mentioned it has like 600 miles on this thing, but everything up ahead is looking pretty rocky. My GPS shows this road ending pretty soon, and I'm hoping where it ends is like paved. Okay, it looks like there's a bypass. I'll walk you guys through it. All right, I just got to slither around a couple big rocks there, and it looks like there's a bypass over here where this area is looking nice and rock garden-ish. Blue Jeep would love that right there, but let's keep rolling. By the way, it's like 55 degrees. Not windy in this little canyon, but without any sun, it's pretty cold. All right, doesn't look like much, but I'm currently stuck. I'm high-centered right there. That's not good. So I didn't think it was much. I'm almost done with this road. I can see that I'm almost at the end, and I don't know where it leads from there. So all I'm gonna be able to do at this point is start stacking rocks, and hopefully I can move this thing back and forth a little bit. So I tried stacking rocks. That did not help. I haven't aired all the way down yet, but I got an idea. I got the jack out. I'm gonna jack it up and try to stack some rocks underneath these back tires. All right, so I'm using this scissor jack, which is sketch, but I cleared a big spot underneath the tire. I'm gonna stack some rocks, try to do the same thing on the other side. I had a second blip, just a little piece of service, and I got on Google Maps. It looks like this road does not connect to anything, although it could just be that I don't have enough service to see what it connects to. However, it doesn't even look like I'm halfway to the other highway, I think, is 160, or maybe it's just 60. So if I can get out of this, I'm turning around and I'm gonna have to just bomb it. I have about 3 hours to get back. That didn't work, so we're in trouble. I'm gonna have to come up with a new plan. All right, I got this side way higher than last time. If this doesn't work, we're in pretty big trouble. So I'm hoping it works. All right, we got out. I don't see any damage. There's some scrapes underneath. I think that'll be okay. We'll get it washed. We're turning around. We're gonna bomb out of here. We're probably gonna be late. I'll show you real quick what I was getting into, and I'm gonna pack up this jack. That trick worked basically because the skid plate was sitting on a big rock, and I had to get enough height to get over the rock. So it's literally just this rock right here. Right there. It's not gonna look much in the video, but it was hung up on the skid and it would not let me move. And so just jacking that up and putting some rocks under the tires got me high enough to get over the obstacle. I'm so glad that jack was in there. With that being said, if I would have just gotten the rental I got in the first place, 35 with lockers, 35-inch tires and lockers, I'd have just gone right over that. So I can't risk to see if this road goes back faster. I know this way. I'm gonna take every easy way I can. I gotta go as fast as I can, and I'm covered in dust. I gotta get this thing wiped down, get me wiped down. Let's get out of here. So just about the time I got unstuck, this guy pulls up. He's gonna probably turn around as well because he's in a full size, nice GMC AT4, but it gets real bad up here. So this guy's cool, but he's kind of slowing me down a little bit. So he's gonna try to turn around, and then I'm gonna try to pass him. I'm basically having to back down a hard line that I just bypassed that I didn't want to. So we'll be out of here. We got 2 hours. We're gonna. All right, that guy pretty much high centered about 10 times and ripped a good portion of his front bumper off and basically ruined his side steps on what was like a beautiful new truck. He wasn't angry. I think he was actually just upset that he was blocking me and was trying to get out of my way, and he did the best he could. We stacked some rocks and I'm grateful they got out, but it basically cost us about 30 minutes worth of time that I didn't have. So I'm gonna follow him for a bit till we get out of this rough patch, and then once it gets to the easier stuff, I am going to put it in high gear and we're getting out of here fast. All right, I'm known for driving fast on trails, but that's usually when I've got good shocks, sway bar's disconnected, I'm in my own Jeep, I'm not worried about pinstriping, I'm not worried about blowing a tire, but I'm up against the clock. I mean, I don't know what the fees or penalties are for being late, I feel like they kind of owe me one a little bit for giving me the wrong Jeep, but who's to know? I'm definitely not gonna let them know about the Jeepin Bubba YouTube channel. If you guys are watching this Las Vegas Jeep Tours, you guys had great customer service, and I wish I would have got the 35s, because then I probably would have made it back on time, but not you guys' fault. I probably shouldn't have gone this far on this road, but I'm just gonna keep at it. I'm sure I can get back. Bye. Oh, I'm gonna quit filming for a sec. Well, probably the next hour until I get paved roads so I can focus on driving. All right, I think I see it. I think I see the main road up there. I'm gonna tell you what, these Nexen HTXs, I gotta give them kudos, because what took me 2 hours to do, I just did in like 20 minutes. Yeah, so. I've never been so grateful to see a paved road in my life. I can't believe we got off that trail. I wish you guys could have seen how bad it was on that truck. Honestly, I wish there was someone with me that could have filmed all this. Where was Nicole, guys? Alright, let's get this thing to a car wash and a gas station and get it back ASAP. Alright, got through the car wash. Let's vacuum it real quick where I was in. And then get some gas. Got her washed. Got it gassed up. There's a little scuff on the bumper. We'll see what they say about it. What's up, guys? Made it back to the casino. Got the Jeep checked back in. So far, no bad news. I've got about an hour before Nicole and the crew gets here, so I'm just gonna sit around the casino, play some games till they get here. Welcome to the vlog. They just landed, and we had to go get sushi burritos.